My name is Robert Ozzimo. I proudly represent the company of Harcourts, Rata and Co. Joined here today by some of my award-winning team in blue, the best team in the north. Should you require their advice, please feel free to approach either Rose, Ilya, Lou, Aman, Valley, Mary, and of course Mr. Daniel Taylor, who no doubt you've had the great pleasure of becoming acquainted with throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, let me share with you now the following announcements which in place have you bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer. I'll indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer and the signing of that contract to take place here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement between 30 and 60 days time, at which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. All in all, it's quite a straightforward contract. Everything's in there, everything's quite clear. Buyers, it's with my highest recommendation what we offer for your consideration and competition here today. What a great family home, what a great family location. If we just consider the location we find ourselves in, some very house-proud owners in Thompson Circuit, and for very good reason. This is the sort of location, this is the sort of area that you buy in and you tend to stay a long time. You grow your family, you create those memories, and that's evident from the moment you walk through the door. It just feels like home. Add to that a location here with access to absolutely everything that you need, not only to provide a great lifestyle in terms of access to shopping, transport, schools, parks, but also to secure your family's future through capital growth. That journey starts here, starts now. So if you'd like to get the salt sticker up, buyers, right now is your opportunity to do just that. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for 71 Thompson? Who'd like to start us off? I don't mind the call, buyers. I'm in your hands. Tell me where you like. Always the most quiet part of an auction is when we ask for a little bit of money. Everybody tends to consider their strategy, consider their position, and it does take a brave soul to put their hand up first in these scenarios. But buyers, you have the opportunity now to show your potential competitors, the other buyers here today, that the home belongs to you, that the keys are yours, an opportunity to mark your territory, an opportunity to stake your claim. Who'd like to start us off, buyers? I don't mind the call. I'm in your hands. Where can I see you start? I'm going to make it nice and easy for you with a vendor bid at 700,000, and we'll go from there at 700,000 now. Even money at that at 7. At 700,000, I'll ask for a rise at 25. At 700,000, can I see 7 1/4 anywhere at all? At 700 the bid. At 700,000, opportunity with you all at 700,000. Fairly been offered at 7 now. At 700,000, looking for a quarter on top and make it 725. At 700, 725 there. At 725, welcome, best of luck. Kept me waiting there. At 725,000. At 725,000, puts you in the box seat now at 725 the bid. At 725,000, can I see 50 anywhere at all? At 725 I have. At 725,000, 7 1/4 now at 725 the bid. At 725,000, fairly been offered now at 725 the bid for the first call at 725,000. Are we done? Second call at 725. Are we done? Finished. Third, final call, 725,000 all at 30. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you there. So I was asking for 25. I'm happy to shorten my stride and say 10 in the rise. Can I say 35? Yeah. At 735, welcome, best of luck at 35 now. At 735,000, same courtesy at 10 if you like at 35 there, or perhaps round me off to 50. At 50 now, and even better. At 750,000, 60 if you like. At 750 in the bids there. At 750 and 60 got now at 760. At 760,000, fairly been offered. Bid back there at 60. Opportunity with you now. At 760,000. At 760,000. Fairly been offered now at 760 the bid. First call at 760,000. Done at 70 now, 770 and 80 it's got to be. At 770,000 the bid's here at 80. Yes, at 80 now. At 780. 80 I have here. At 780. 780 is there. 90 or 800 is even better. At 790 now, 790,000. At 790,000, who's going to round me off to 8 at 795? At 795, and the same courtesy at 5 if you like. At 795, I have. At 795,000, same courtesy at 5 if you like. At 795, got to be 800 even money in the rise. At 795,000, bids there. At 795. At 795,000, once at 795, the bid all done.
800, right?
At 800,000, even money now at 8. At 810 now, bidding with confidence, bidding with strength. That's how you buy. 810,000 bids there. Don't let it scare you off. It's a big bid, but you can make one too at 810,000. The bid's there now. At 810 the bid. At 810,000, fairly been offered now. 810 the bid. At 810,000.
11.
At 811, not taking 5 at this stage, sir. At 800, can I say what? No, I'm not taking 1. I'll take 5. At 810, can I say 15? I'll come, I'll circle back to you at 810,000, at 810 the bid, at 820 now at 820,000, at 820 the bid now at 820 the bid, at 820,000 bid back there, opportunity here at 820 now if you like, at 820,000. No, definitely done. 820 the bid now at 820,000, fairly been offered. 820 for the first call at 820, all done. Second call at 820, done and finished. Third, final call, I'll take the 1 now, get you involved, and best of luck here today at 821. At 821, best responsible small bids, always a big one. Can I suggest 30 in the rise? I had 25 here, just first at 25, 30 if you like, at 825 the bid's here, at 825,000, at 825 at 30 now, at 830 and welcome, wish you the best of luck here today at 830,000 and 35 now, at 835 and the one still good with me, so if you've got it, at 840 now, at 840,000, at 840,000, how about take me to 50, at 840 now the bid, we're on the market Dan, we're selling, we're on the market and selling, at 845,000, make absolutely no mistake about it. We're on the market. We sell here today. There's no for 850 now at 850,000. There's no better bid. We'll sell there. 55 now at 855. At 855 at 65 now. And a great bid at that at 865. At 865,000 bids there. Keys are there. We're on the market and selling. I'm not going inside to receive instructions at 70 now. At 870,000. Not going inside. Not seeking instructions. 80 got now. I'm out here till we sell. My instructions are clear. We sell here today at 880,000. The bid's there. The keys are there at 85. At 885. At 885 the bid. At 890 now. At 90 got. At 890 the bid now. At 890,000. Perhaps take me to 900 in the rise. At 5 now. At 895. At 895,000 now. 900 beckons. That round number 9 might be the limit for the competition. If it is, you want to get there first. You're absolutely sure. At 895, you've been so strong. Definitely done. Thank you very much for your bidding here today. So we're done here at 895,000. Thank you very much for your bidding. We're done here in front at 895 and 896 now. And welcome back. Never too late till the hammer falls. At 896 now. At 896. At 896 the bid now. Bid there at 896 and 1 at 7. At 897 now. At 897 and a half. At 897 and a half now. Fairly bidden offered. 897 and a half and 5 at 98. At 898 and 898 and a half. At 98 and a half and the bid's there. How about 900 in the rise? At 900,000 even money. At 900,000, just a round number, sir. At 900,000 bid there, what do you say? 900 and a half? Definitely done. Absolutely sure. Thank you very much for your bidding here today. At 900,000, bids here, keys are here. We're on the market and selling. If you've come to buy, you must bid me now or forever hold your peace because we do sell here today. At 900,000, bids there, keys are there. Once at 900,000, done. I do traffic management in my spare time. Pays better than auctioneering. Second call at 900,000, done, finished. Third, final call at 900,000, all done.
500.
At 5, I had a feeling you'd be back at 900 and a half, at 900, 500. At 900, 500, bid there. At 900, 500 now, fairly been offered now, 900 and a half. Yeah. You almost had it, the keys were in your pocket. You can win them back at 500. At 500, 901 now. 905, and that's a better bid, sir. At 905,000. At 905,000, it's just a big bid. You can make one too. At 905,000, the bid's there, the keys are there. If you tell me we're out, I'll sell it that. At 905 and 6 now at 906. At 10. At $910,000 the bid now. At 910. At 910,000, fairly bid and offered now. At 910, make it 911 or 915 is better. At 910,000. Fairly been offered now at 910. Bids there, keys are there. Once at 910, all done. Twice at 910,000, done, finished. Third, final call at $910,000 the bid, all done, all finished, all silent and out at 910. Are we absolutely done?
Yeah.
Definitely out. Thank you very much for his bidding here today. At 910,000, we're done there. We're done here. Done over there and here. At 910,000, bids here, keys are here. First call at 910, all done. Second call, 910,000, done and finished. Third, final call at 910, all done. All finished, all silent and out. We're absolutely sure.
Yeah.
Definitely done. Can't entice you back in for half. Thank you once more. At 910,000, we are selling, 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 sold. Congratulations and well bid. Please join me in congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts, Rata and Co auction. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.
I knew he was interested, but I didn't know he was bidding for.